Hello there, my wicked darlings. I guess this means it's time for another Cinema Society Saturday. And this week the team is Splatter. As you know, I am quite a fan of Splatterpunk, and so this is an exciting theme for me in particular, as is the fact that I've been partnered or paired, I guess it depends how far we go after a couple of drinks, with Jim from Horror Movies and Shit. I don't know. Can we swear on TikTok? Is it like the BBC? Will I get banned? Anyway, that concern. Well, I'll let you know tomorrow if I've been shadow banned or cancelled, or I don't know what the vernacular is. But I recommended to Jim that he watched The Beyond, the 1981 classic, and he, no doubt knowing my affinity for all things Clive Barker, recommended The Midnight Meat Train to me. So I was very excited about doing that. I do love a bit of the old Books of Blood. On to the movie. The Midnight Meat Train, based on the short story from Books of Blood 1, released in 2008, is a visually intense, gore-heavy horror film based on the original short story. It follows Leon, played by Bradley Cooper, a photographer who stumbles upon a sinister butcher, Mahogany, played by Vinnie Jones, who, incidentally, bought a house next to my sister, or at least in the same village, but unfortunately had to leave after a few years because his house was right next to a paintball arena, and that does not lead to happy times in the garden. Having a gin and tonic, next thing you know, you're green. Anyway, Mahogany slaughters late-night commuters on a New York subway. Leon's obsession with uncovering the truth drives him into a dangerous and dark world beneath the city. And I think this differs somewhat from the short story in that in the short story itself, there was a more... the dark world beneath the city was more clear-cut and was less insinuated at. Whilst the film boasts impressive cinematography, creating a claustrophobic, unsettling atmosphere in the subway, its pacing is inconsistent, with some slow-plodding scenes interrupting the tension. The story's supernatural elements are intriguing, but not fully explored, and the character development is lacking, particularly for Leon's girlfriend, Maya, played by Lisa... No. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. Leslie Bibb, who falls into a stereotypical role. Sorry, everyone. I need another coffee. Vinnie Jones, however, shines as Mahogany. He is a wonderful character actor, and in this movie, he resonates a kind of brick-like menace, a Frankenstein-like terror. He's wonderful. It's like seeing the Terminator, but with a cleaver. His character does feel one-dimensional, but that one dimension is what Vinnie Jones is famous for. And I wouldn't expect to see him in a rom-com. And I think Mahogany is great in this. I think he is the shining star. Where the film's strengths lie are Vinnie Jones as Mahogany, brutal and graphic kill sequences, and I think that'll satisfy anyone who likes extreme horror. However, this is not a psychological movie, but we're talking about Splatterpunk here, so it's all about fun and gore and just bloody mayhem. This is a movie that focuses more on shock value than deeper thematic exploration. So it is what you see on the tin. It's not pretending to be anything other than it is. I think the story in the original Books of Blood I think it had more depth to it. I think the ending was much better in the short story. However, I did enjoy this movie, even though it's a bit of a mixed bag. I really enjoyed any scene with Vinnie Jones in it, and I just kind of sat and waited for the nice relationship scenes to be over. Overall, it's an intense, visually arresting experience that ultimately falls short of its potential. Despite that, just because of Vinnie Jones, and because, you know what, despite the flaws, I enjoyed it. So I'm giving it 4 Newts. Thank you for watching. And go follow Jim. He's lovely.